said, they look like a group that has what it takes. Right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So it all comes down to this.
Oops.
We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. Great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
Oh, come on.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the
Make the
first
play.
before he's brought down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Running with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Jackson. Oh. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one, take care of the football.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We're scoreless after 1. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Cowboys on one play have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. There, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. A handoff for Etienne. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
But how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Sorry, you gotta run the clock here.
Hands it off out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for two, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the...
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. On the move to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
That one complete to Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
Drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed. The lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Patterson.
And the D now you get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
2 scores now, bitch.
So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've... in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Prescott yet again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Odafe Owe. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Justin Madubuike. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times not just in my playing career, but you and I working together. Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Still needs to go, though. There's a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
We'll win this game right the fuck now.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Denzel Mims. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And they take a knee. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that.
Well, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.
Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now